What is green equity? Green equity means using shares in a private sector client, equity, to promote environmental sustainability, green. How does it work? Shareholders in a company or bank can use their influence to change their clients' actions for the better. Why does it matter? Tackling climate change can't succeed unless financial flows are redirected away from dirty, harmful investments to a green, sustainable future. Green equity could be an important part of that shift. Things are already moving fast. 6 years ago, investments in fossil fuel-based private equity funds were twice those in funds backing renewables. But in the year to June 2021, there's been a dramatic reversal, with investments in renewable funds outstripping fossil fuel funds by a factor of 25. Increasingly, public finance is investing in green equity. And right now, many public development banks and climate funds are coming up with rules to ensure investments are compatible with the Paris Climate Agreement's goal of limiting global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius. Two of the leading public financiers are the International Finance Corporation, IFC, which launched a greening equity approach to get its clients out of coal, and the Green Climate Fund, GCF, which channels 22% of its private sector funding through equity. What are the concerns? This all sounds like great news, but experience shows there are big gaps in terms of both policy, is it truly green, and practice, what are the outcomes? For example, IFC's first green equity client ended up funding 2 huge new coal plants in Indonesia. That's not green. And the IFC's greening equity approach only applies to coal, not other fossil fuels. This needs fixing urgently. At the GCF, equity investments have backed commercial monoculture tree plantations and tourism in endangered coral reefs, threatening biodiversity and the environment as climate measures. What must change? Green must not be narrowly defined. For example, just looking at reducing carbon emissions. By that measure, investing in a large hydro dam or nuclear plant is clean. Green must mean equity for both people and planet. For equity investments to be truly green, they must do no harm to people's lands and livelihoods, protect human rights, including for indigenous peoples, and promote gender equality, include meaningful stakeholder consultation with local communities. Scarce public finance should be used in a transformative way. And the good news is, public institutions are accountable to us, as citizens, as it's our money. Big shareholders in the IFC, for example, are the US with over 20% and Europe with 25% jointly. European countries alone have provided 82% of the GCF's current funding. With influence comes responsibility. We can make our voices heard in solidarity with those directly affected. Green equity can do good. India's 7th largest commercial bank just turned its back on coal after signing up to IFC's GEA. And in the GCF, to remain an investment partner, banks and companies must prove that they are shifting away permanently from fossil fuels. But things won't change fast enough if we don't add our voices to demands for green equity to truly mean equity for people and planet. Check out the full Green Equity Report and ways to join in advocacy efforts.